One of the great new features with Micetro 10.2 is now giving the user the ability to create DHCPv6 scopes within Micetro. So if we click on the admin tab, we make sure we're under server management, and then just to make our lives easier, we go to Microsoft DHCP. We can then see our Microsoft DHCP servers. So if we select one, or we can even select multiple DHCP servers and then go to edit DHCP servers, we can toggle this manage DHCPv6 service on or off depending on whether we want that management capability, whether we want Micetro to actually be clocking these addresses and using those licenses. Once we have DHCPv6 service on or off, then we can also easily go in and select, again, one or multiple DHCP servers and go ahead and edit the DHCPv6 options. Now here, obviously, we can add any DHCP options that we want. We can select to enable dynamic DNS updates. So with that first toggle switch, it either enables or disables the following two options. So if we enable that, then we can always dynamically update DNS records or discard quad A and pointer records when the lease is deleted. Now if I go under the IPAM tab and I select DHCP scopes, now, of course, I can see IPv6 scopes in here. If I did not enable management of DHCPv6, then we would not see these DHCPv6 scopes. Now, from here, of course, I can go in and do things like manage DHCP exclusions. And actually, we've made this much easier for IPv6 addresses. So I selected a certain DHCP scope. It's on this DHCP server. I can add the exclusion, and we've added the ability to do it by percentage. So obviously with an IPv6 address, that'll be much easier since they are not really human readable or easy to remember. Now, of course, you can still do a manual entry if you prefer, and enter your from and to address, but much easier to just kind of drag that exclusion range wherever you like it. Now, the great thing here is that if I've set it to 50% and then I put my starting address, and the starting address is such that I can't accommodate 50% of the scope to be excluded, then I will not be able to add that. So we definitely have to have a starting or from address that will accommodate your 50% here. Now we can also manage split scopes with DHCPv6. So we'll choose our same scope here, and we'll go ahead and select manage scope instances. And here I can enable this scope for having multiple instances and, of course, add another DHCP server. So now these two are enabled. I can actually click on the hamburger menu and drag and drop the order here. So if I change the order, then the second one will have a preference of the first one plus one. So it will increment by one for each server that you had. So again, if you had a third server, then you would increment by another plus one. Now that I have multiple servers clicked for managing scopes, I can save that. And then if I want to go in and manage the exclusions, of course, I can go in and now I see both servers. And here again, we add the exclusion. Let's say the first one, we have the exclusion of the first 20%. And so we'll add that. And then we'll add the exclusion for the second server. And so we'll want the from address to be right after our original exclusion. And then we can change this percentage to, let's say, 75. And we'll add that. And now we can see what this looks like visually as well down below, and then of course click Save.